Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Yami. And we're on Sleeping Giant. Now, just for the record, this is like the 5th time I've played Sleeping Giant tonight. But yeah, we're gonna have one of those matches that you look back over and you go, alright, this could have ended horribly. Or it could have gone a lot better. So hopefully you guys are ready. We're going to see if we can't figure out where this match could have went wrong or could have gone better. So yeah, we're in the Yami. Now the first things first, I spawned on the far right in the north. This is not a preferable spawn, especially as a battleship. If I was at a faster ship, maybe, but it's going to take time to develop, and this can be both a good thing and a bad thing. Now, the reason I say this is because, generally speaking, on this map, you end up with a crossfire down at Charlie Cap over there. From the north and the south, everybody just slings back and forth. They're behind the islands, they're doing all the things. And it'll take minutes upon minutes for anybody to really gain an advantage, as long as, you know, things play out normally. However, I've been trying some different strategies on this map, in everything. Whether it's destroyers or battleships. In my battleships, I tend to push around this right side when I spawn in this location, and the reason for that being is a lot of times people will come to try to get A through that backside, and then I can get into a fight, possibly get rid of somebody early, especially a cruiser who doesn't expect me to be there, that sort of thing. That's the thought process. Now, like I said, it does take time to get there. It's kind of like when you're going on Two Brothers and you decide to go up the middle. Okay? There's a special way you play it, but you also have to be very, very cautious when trying to attack somebody who's playing that way. Okay? You can't just throw yourself at him because you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. Now, we get a first shot at this Fletcher. I'll be honest, I underestimated his speed. Thought I was going to catch him a little bit easier than that, but we had HE loaded for the first salvo because I've been seeing a lot of destroyers rushing straight in. So, had HE loaded several times at the beginning of matches. But I've had a lot of decent games tonight in Yami. I've not had anything in particularly amazing. We had a pretty good game in this one, don't get me wrong. But I've had a lot of 150, 160,000 damage games. This one's going to be a little better than that. But it's just one of those things where you really need people to kind of screw up in the Yami. And in this match, our team is going to do two things that are actually going to make this match play out very, very different. Okay, this match is domination. You guys know that, right? The enemy currently has Charlie Cap. They sent 2 of their destroyers there right off the bat, and they were able to capture the base. That's a huge advantage right off the bat. We lose a destroyer right off the bat. They lost their Fletcher as well, but now we've lost the Amagi to the Yami in a death strike. So things are not going well for my team right off the get-go. We do have somebody capturing Bravo, which is good. He should be able to capture Bravo pretty well uncontested. Now, I used my spotter plane here initially to spot to see what was against me, because I didn't know what was over there. And sure enough, we have a Yami, we have a Balti. So I've got to consider that. Now, my goal coming over here is to always come into the backside, fight anybody that's here, and then go into Alpha. Okay? That's the goal. I want to get into Alpha, the A cap. I want to be able to swap this cap over and start earning points from it. But also, I want to be able to use the cover that surrounds the A cap to protect myself and use it kind of like the hot gates for the 300. You can force everybody to come at you the way that you want them to. Okay, it's actually a huge advantage. And it is very, very easy to play once people start coming after you. And the only reason that this works is your team ends up with more than one cap. Because if you have only one cap, nobody needs to come into Alpha to kick you out of it. They can just sit out there. So, right off the bat, Balti charges our guy in Bravo. It's a good play by him, except we also have a guy sitting there with a battleship, and the Grossiker first manages to knock him out. We're looking for potential shots here. We've got a Bismarck who's right on the edge of our range here. I mean, right on the edge of our range. We only have 19.2 kilometers of range, and he's reversing. So it's very difficult for us to get any good shots on him. Now, if we do manage to get some shots, we should be able to get some plunging fire into the deck potentially. But as you can see, only one hit. Not going to expect to get a lot of damage while somebody's battle tanking you, even in Yami at those kinds of ranges. The rounds are just going to spread out too much by the time it gets to the end of its dispersion. Now, we are officially in Alpha. We are capturing it. We've got a Yami across from us, and this is where I'm going to start trying to get these crossfires. These are the crossfires you're looking for coming out of this. You've got multiple spots in these hills that you can shoot out of to affect the match and affect the positioning of the enemy team. And you got to be aware of those, because if you're not, one of two things will happen. Either you're going to shoot them and be able to do damage. You can see the Torp's coming for Yami. I know he's dead. I'm not going to worry about him. But the other side of things is you can shoot out of them or you can be shot through them. So you've got to keep that in mind. Now, we get a shot out at the Shima and unfortunately not quite able to hit him. It's kind of a rush shot. It's not exactly preferable. Now, we know the Shima's here, right? I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm going to be the easiest Torp target in the world. I also don't want to push out of this cap. Now, we have this cap. The enemy is currently capturing Bravo. They already have Alpha. They've got a points lead. We're down 200 points already, guys. We've lost half our team. This is not looking good. Okay? Now, we're going to get a little bit of help in this one. And by a little bit, I mean, basically, the enemy's going to do some dumb things, and they're going to allow you to take advantage of it. So I go straight into this island. We call it a Notzer because the PC gamer Notzer, or the PC YouTuber Notzer, that's something he does on a regular. So that's what I call it, is a Notzer. But anyway, we go for this Shima. We get a good shot into the front of him, get 3 overpins. The Ochakov behind me is starting to hit him. The Grossiker first over there is starting to hit him. Like, this guy's not long for this world. And this is the beginning of the end for this enemy team. Because they're caught in the middle of the map, because they showed themselves, they're just leaving themselves open to be shot. And we've already killed one of them. There's only one of them left. We still have a Fletcher on the far side of the game. Or on the far side at Charlie. He's capturing Charlie. So what that's going to force is a 2-to-1 cap advantage, which up to this point they've enjoyed, or at least tried to enjoy, and we have not been able to take advantage. Now, Shima's going to disappear temporarily. I'm going to go ahead, shoot at the Turpits, thinking Shima's not going to get spotted again, and as soon as I fire the guns, Shima gets detected again. Now, I believe we we destroy one of his Torp tubes and knock out the other one temporarily, so that's going to limit what this Turpits can do. I have no idea which side we knocked out, or like we destroyed, but one of his Torp tubes is completely destroyed, the other one's knocked out temporarily. He's also sailing broadside to us. Now, we only have 30,000 damage, and this late into a game in a Yami, you should have more damage than this, right? But this is the part where the enemy team, even though they had the lead, like they have the lead, they are leading the game 520 points to 267. But because of some really bad plays here in the middle part of the game, in the middle part of the map, they are going to throw the lead away. And this is something that you have to recognize as a player. Have to. Otherwise, you're just going to be losing all the time. You've got to recognize when you have an advantage, and you also have to recognize when you need to pull back. Now, this Turpitz right here has himself in no man's land. He's got a Grossiker first to my left. He's got me to his front. And he has an Ochakov here that can shoot over the mountain and set him on fire. Now, we're aiming high. We're trying to get those superstructure hits, potentially knock out his guns, and we get 10,000 damage off his superstructure with 4 penetration. I'm looking to my right. I see a Yami coming up close. We already know there's another Yami right next to me, so I've got 2 Yamatos here. I cannot push out. And by the way, their Shima's still alive, right? So we don't want to leave that. Now, Ochakov manages to set him on fire, finish off the turbines, which is huge. Now we get into a game of cat and mouse. I've said it many times. It's when you get into these sorts of situations where you know that if you go around the corner, you are dead. There's no other getting away around it. You are dead if you go around this corner. They know it, and I know it. I'm not an idiot. I am not going to put my ship in that situation. I don't need to. Look at the scores. We're still down 200 points. But we have a 2-cap advantage, and there's plenty of time in this match. Now, Shima is obviously back. He's trying to torp us. He thought we were going to continue around the corner. He was wrong. And now I know he's out there, so I'm going to start reversing at an angle to where if torps are coming at me, I should be in a good place to dodge them. Or at least the best I can, anyway. You can only dodge so much when somebody's capable of throwing 15 torpedoes at you. Now, Bismarck is going to try to push up on me. He wants to be the first one around the corner because at the end of the day, he knows that he's very unlikely to kill me. However, if I kill him and his Yami follows him around the corner, his Yami could very well kill me with one good shot. That's when I start getting hit through the gap. And remember, this is one of those things that I was telling you about a little while ago. I forgot about it. I'm backing up. I'm trying to avoid potential torpedoes. Bismarck's about to come around, but I see that he's going to die to torpedoes. I don't need to shoot him. And because of that, this Yami is thinking about coming around the corner. I could potentially shoot his bow here, but I just don't want to waste my shot. I don't want to shoot my load too early. I know the phrasing is horrendous, but it's the same. You don't want to shoot your shot too early. Now here, I thought I might be able to miss this. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. It manages to catch me just at the cheek armor, which is really unfortunate. Now, the other Yami is close enough. He can no longer shoot me. And so we've got a shot at a Shima, so we have to take the shot at the Shimakaze. And we get a pretty solid hit on him. 2 overpins, 3,200 damage. Weakened him quite a bit. Now, why would he back out in front of us like that, guys? Clearly, he's trying to torp us. So I start moving in, and that's when I see this torp is going to go wide, so we're going to try to slow down and turn in, tuck the back in, and we avoid those torpedoes. That could have been really bad to take that torpedo. Now, that's when this guy gets overconfident. I don't want to shoot too early because of the island, but as soon as he exposes that cheek, we are going to absolutely paddle him. And down he goes. Devastating strike, 4 citadels, down he goes. And that's what I'm talking about when I say never go around that corner, especially in a Yami. You're just so easily citadeled, especially by other Yamis. If you know there's a Yami on the other side of this corner, you don't go around it. It ends badly. It almost always ends with you dead. So here we still have the lead. We've managed to kill enough of them. We got the lead. There's only 2 of them left. We have a 2-cap advantage. This Yami here and I are going to have a little bit more of a cat and mouse game. I'm baiting him in. He's thinking he's baiting me in, but actually I'm just waiting for the potential chance. Can't refuse a shot at a Shima, but that's when I see the Yami right here absolutely giving it up. We've got a gap in the island. There's his cheek. Aim for the cheek. Shot out. And we get 4 citadels. Only this time, we leave him with just enough to get away. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have the foresight to have my guns rotate in the right direction. Now, the good news for me is this guy's going to Mr. President for me and take every one of these Shima torpedoes, which is perfect because I was going to take every one of those Shima torpedoes. So I appreciate it. I'm glad he took them instead of me. Now, I am having my guns rotate. My front guns aren't even loaded. They're not going to get rotated. My rear gun is loaded. I just need to get it around. And then I don't want to shoot too early. I want to wait until I know I can pin. And as soon as we see the rear cheek, that's when we take the shot. And we take him down. And we had a solid game, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. It wasn't exactly a crazy game, but 192,000 damage, all with 8 citadels at the very end of the game. 3,000 base XP, top of the leaderboard. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.